Hello, this is Brian with Transparency and Merit. This is Stoic Calm, the right, the left, and in between. So, this is just going to be a really short rant, hoping to get some of my thoughts and ideas out there as best I can. I'm looking right now at the violence that is happening in Portland. There are two groups that have met up today. And I gotta say, it's kind of sad what is happening. But people, for one, are, I guess, getting a little bit tired, or perhaps the right may be getting tired of what seems to look like they're being pushed around. I was kind of taken aback about this demonstration. I was kind of surprised by it. Um, I guess I've been a little bit off lately. The fasting that I've been doing, um, I don't know if it's the fasting or I'm just feeling weak in general, but I haven't been feeling good. I haven't been feeling good for quite some time, so this might not be um, where I haven't, the few times that I fasted, I felt better, but today is not the case. I don't necessarily feel that good today, and hopefully this is not a long ramble. I hope that this is concise and people get something out of it. This is kind of just as much for me, the things that I have to remember, than it is for others. So, I will describe myself as kind of center right. And I myself have been rather angry at the left and upset with the establishment. I'm saying this because I want there to be a little bit of transparency, just because lately people say they're not this or not that. And if you would hear me talk, you would know where my positions lay. But my first advice is, I guess, going to be to the left, and the left may or may not recognize this, but it may be a good idea for you to realize that much of the establishment does support you, but if you continue to go off unhinged or even ignore the unhinged in the left, I don't see that as helping you. I mean, of course, if the unhinged become in power, whether whether you lose from the right or the unhinged become powerful, I think you lose either way. So I think it might be a good idea to recognize the unhinged. And if you're unhinged, you're not going to listen to this anyway, but realize that people do not want to deal with those who are unhinged. And it's been unfortunate for me when I've been talking about this issue, about BLM and about the protests and about the riots, how many people have unhinged and violent, or the acceptance of violence by the rioters. It has surprised me, and to a degree it's even upset me. And I know the best thing to do is walk away, because I cannot convince the unhinged of really anything, and the unhinged will do you harm. So for one of the things I did was I did walk away. And of course, there are unhinged people on both the right and the left. And the best thing you can do if someone is unhinged is to walk away from them. You cannot necessarily convince the unhinged to support you or to see your point of view. So the best thing, like I said, for you to do is to walk away. My recommendation for those who are liberal, who are moderate, and even those on the right, not on the far right, but on the right, I think it may be good to be that moral, stoic rock and point out facts as best you can. And if you don't know something, admit to that. Realize that the left will lie and they will try to fool with perceptions. They are the group in power. And I think for them, the ends justifies the means. And the best thing you can be is just be that solid rock and not get angry. Remember, to a degree, you take it like fighting. You are fighting a bigger and stronger opponent than you. And there are two things that will cost you: fear and anger. If you get angry, they will they will use their anger, and they have more power than you, and they will absolutely defeat you. They have the power of the establishment. And this is not physical fighting, this is verbal fights. And I have to remind myself of this as well. You cannot engage these people with verbal tips. And I myself have wanted to lash out at them, and I have lashed out at them, and they have tried to hurt me by kicking me off of social media. You know, look, you have to focus your anger and your energy. Your anger is telling you something is wrong. Before you step out onto the social media or even have a conversation with someone, maybe take a step back and realize, what good or what harm is this doing? It is a difficult thing, and that's also for the left as well. If you can take a step back and just realize, wait a minute, what am I doing? What's going on here? Take a quick moment to just gather your thoughts. Take a deep breath and realize what is important. Anyway, this is Brian with Transparency and Merit. Enjoy the rest of your day and strive for Stoic calm. Thank you.